Holy shit. Wow. Hey everyone, welcome back. Those of you who know me can probably guess how excited I am to film this video. I haven't done a taste test video in a very long time. And as I was preparing to do this one, I was like, Marielle, why don't you do these more often? You get to sit and eat delicious food while you're making a video. So today I'm gonna be trying NBA star Chris Paul's new line of vegan snacks that he did in partnership with GoPuff called Good Eatin'. I wanna give a little backstory on Chris Paul and GoPuff because I was doing research. I found it all quite interesting, but I understand some of you might wanna just jump right to the taste test, so use the time codes for that. I want to jump right to the taste test too, but I did want to give some context because like I said, when I was researching, I found a lot of really good and interesting stuff. So I was aware of Chris Paul. My boyfriend is a big NBA fan. I just knew that Chris Paul was one of the top basketball players, that he's good friends with LeBron James. I've heard his name associated with a lot of vegan companies. I knew he was involved with Beyond Meat. I saw this Veg News article back in September, and the headline was NBA star Chris Paul reinvents hot Cheetos and Cool Ranch Doritos the vegan way. So that caught my attention. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like with a lot of high profile athletes that are rumored to be plant-based, a lot of times you don't know for sure if they are fully plant-based or not, or if, eat a fully vegan diet, because a lot of times they seem like they don't want to come out and say that or label themselves that way. So with Chris Paul, I was kind of like, is he plant-based, like fully plant-based? Does he talk about it, or does he just sort of invest in plant-based companies, which a lot of people do? But I actually found out through doing some research that Chris Paul actually has been fully plant-based since 2019. So a little backstory on Chris Paul. He's 37 years old. He's a point guard in the NBA. He plays for the Phoenix Suns. Paul is widely regarded as one of the greatest point guards of all time. He has won the NBA Rookie of the Year award, an NBA All-Star Game Most Valuable Player award, 2 Olympic gold medals, and led the NBA in assists 5 times and steals a record 6 times. He's also been selected to 12 NBA All-Star teams. In 2021, he was selected to the NBA 75th anniversary team. He also served as the president of the National Basketball Players Association from August 13th to August 2021. He's among the highest paid athletes in the world and holds endorsement deals, tons of endorsement deals, obviously. Needless to say, he's not only one of the top NBA players, but he also seems to be very widely respected within the NBA. And like I said, I wasn't sure if he was fully vegan, but then I found this article with him in GQ from this past July. This article sort of heavily asks him about his plant-based diet. So they asked him, do you maintain a plant-based diet throughout the year now? He said, absolutely. When I first went plant-based, it was for performance purposes. But once I saw how my body changed and how I felt, it was for life. Years ago, I probably wouldn't have even gone outside to run around with my kids and all the other activities because my body would be aching. Now with the constant lifting and making sure that my body is always ready, it's been a good lifestyle change for me. Like I said, a lot of athletes seem hesitant to say, yeah, I'm fully plant-based, but him saying, I'm plant-based for life is a pretty strong statement. They asked him what was the toughest thing to give up. He said, definitely fried chicken and pulled pork. I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I was just home. That's where my wife and kids are now. It's crazy to drive by Bojangles now and not even be able to give it a look. They asked him what his breakfast, lunch, and dinner looks like. He said there are so many different foods that you're able to eat. Breakfast usually includes a just egg scramble with vegetables, Beyond Meat sausage patties, a side of fruit, and my vitamins. Lunch would be a salad, a sauteed vegetable bowl with rice, and a protein drink. For dinner, my chef prepares meals that give me nutrients I need to perform the next day. I eat a variety of beans, grains, and veggies. The biggest thing when I went plant-based is it opened me up to the diversity of foods that you can have. And I love that he said that because I talk about that all the time. People think of going plant-based or going vegan as being really restrictive, but everyone I know that's vegan says that once they get over the initial hurdle, they realize that they have access to so many more foods that they never would have considered. It opens you up to a whole other world of foods that you had never maybe even heard about before or never tried before. And I love that he validates that. In terms of his diet, I think his diet that he outlined is a really great example just for anyone, but specifically for athletes. It's a really good mix, seemingly. Obviously it's very healthy, but it's a really good mix of, you know, some processed foods. He's got the Beyond Meat and the Just Egg protein drink, but then it sounds like he eats a lot of veggies and grains and, you know, beans. And so I feel like he's illustrating a really well-balanced, well-rounded potential diet for people who are thinking about going vegan. Other than Beyond Meat, he's invested in quite a few vegan food brands. He was a big investor in the Koya protein drinks. He was an investor in Umaro Foods vegan bacon, which I feel like I've heard of, but I haven't tried. Let me know if you guys have tried that. And then he also was an investor in Misha's Kind Foods, which is a Black-owned vegan cheese company based in Los Angeles. I just think, what better billboard for us than an athlete who has been so successful, is still playing at the top of his game. In fact, he and a lot of people credit his sort of late career resurgence, credit his plant-based diet for that. What could be a better advertisement for veganism, especially, you know, a man, an athlete, an elite athlete, being able to have so much physical strength and agility largely because of a plant-based diet. Now let's get to his partnership with GoPuff. This is from the Veg News article. And it says, as it turns out, Paul is also a big-time snack aficionado, and since going vegan has not been able to find just the right vegan snacks to hit the spot. Created in collaboration with quick delivery platform GoPuff, Paul developed a new, boldly seasoned vegan snack brand called Good Eatin' that captures some of his favorite nostalgic flavors. And he says, Cool Ranch Doritos was my thing. That was my snack at school or at lunchtime or during the summer or when I was playing on travel teams. So now to have our flavor that gives you that same nostalgia, but you know it's plant-based, has been the coolest thing. No pun intended. So at first I was confused because I was like, it's called Good Eatin', but it's in partnership with GoPuff, and what is GoPuff? And I found out that GoPuff is a grocery delivery platform. They specialize in sort of quick grocery delivery. I was like, there's no way they deliver to me in my area because I don't live in a major city. And I was very pleasantly surprised when I put in my address to find that they not only did deliver to me, but then I was like, even if they do deliver to me, they're not gonna have the Chris Paul vegan snacks. And it turns out they did. And so I placed an order. And when I tell you guys how shocked I was at how quickly everything happened, I ordered at 2:57. My order was delivered at 3:29, so almost exactly a half hour. So the Good Eatin' brand has 7 different snacks in it, and I only ordered 5. And those of you who have watched my channel for a while may be able to guess why I didn't order the other 2. 2 of the flavors are sweet, and I hate sweet snacks. So I ordered 5 items. They were all under $4. So my subtotal was $19.55. The delivery fee was $3.95. I tipped $5, so the order total came up to $28.49. Not bad to get 5 bags of vegan snacks delivered to your door in 30 minutes. Let's get to the good part. First up, we have nacho cheese tortilla chips. I am guessing these are going to be sort of in the vein of nacho cheese Doritos. These are the hot puffs, and I'm guessing these are the Flamin' Cheetos dupe. We also have big dill ranch tortilla chips. These sound so good to me. I'm getting really hungry. When I first started filming, I was like, I could eat, not super hungry. Now I'm like, stomach is ready. Then we have this popcorn. This is the Carolina style BBQ popcorn. So I really like barbecue flavored things and I love popcorn. Excited to try that. And then last up, this was, I could have gone either way of whether I would order this or not, but these are porkless rinds, also barbecue flavored. The only other vegan pork rinds I've tried were the Pig Out ones. I think that's the name of the brand, Outstanding Foods. And I didn't like them. So I don't remember ever eating with real pork rinds, and that's not something that I'm like, ooh, I just would love a vegan version of that. I feel like I should go in order from like flavor-wise lightest to heaviest. So I'm gonna start with the ranch, then I'm gonna go with the nacho cheese, then I'm gonna go with the hot, or maybe then I should do the BBQ popcorn, then the hot, then the pork rinds. I just really wanna try these. Having a little trouble here. Oh God. Are we about to have a disaster a la Peanuts in the Halloween 2020 video? I might have to use my scissors. Okay, just took a sniff, and I definitely got like a sour pickle smell. I'm also seeing a lot of seasoning on there, which I like. The tortilla chips look very grainy, like there's a lot of whole grains in them, which I think is cool. I don't know if you guys do this, but I always look at the snack. Oh my God, my mouth just started like flooding with saliva. I always look at a snack and I put the side that has the more seasoning face down on my tongue. It like drives Paul crazy. He's like, why do you look at every chip before you eat it? I'm like, because I want to get the maximum flavor on my tongue, obviously. Here we go. Yeah, those are good. Yum. I would say with the seasoning flavor, they nailed it. It tastes really, really good. I do like when tortilla chips have, you know, chia seeds and different grains added in, because I think it's, you know, just adding something a little bit healthy to maybe something that's generally considered not as healthy. I will say I kind of wish those weren't in here because it makes it taste more like a health chip. And if that's what they're going for, of like a health version of vegan Doritos, then that's great, but it's taking away a little bit from me being like, wow, these are just like Cool Ranch Doritos. You know what I mean? I think ultimately a lot of people would be happy that they're a little bit healthier. Hang on, I see like a really super seasoned one. Oh my God, look at that like gathering of seasoning there. I gotta have just one more. Oh my God, the seasoning flavor is delicious. Moving on to the nacho cheese tortilla chips. See if this one's any easier to open. Oh, it was. Okay. Nice surprise. Ooh, these are looking cheesy. Look at that. There's some really like thickly cheesy ones in there. And I'm gonna grab one. Oh my God, look at this side. All right, here we go. Very salty. These are giving Beanfield's nacho chips, which I used to be obsessed with, and I have come to really not like that much anymore. Yeah, I think the sort of health chip aspect brings out the Beanfield's comparison, and it's like so fucking salty. This one tastes even saltier to me than the other one. They're good though, they're good. I'm just comparing them to Doritos, you know what I mean? Let's move on to the hot puffs. I'm very curious about these. First look, these are reminding me of the vegan Rob's Dragon Puffs. That's what they look like to me. They look very airy and light, fluffy, a lot of like holes and bubbles in them. Oh God, it smells really spicy. Let's see. Holy shit! Wow. Okay. Hella hot. Holy shit. They're so light and airy that there's almost like nothing to them. And then the seasoning is so intense that I feel like I'm just crunching on like super spicy air. I don't think I've ever had Flamin' Hot Cheetos, so I can't say how these compare, but certainly not in like shape or look or texture, but they are extremely spicy. I have a high spice tolerance, and just one, I'm getting hot. The nasal passages are going, the sneeze happened. I'm not sure how many more of these I could eat in one sitting. I do wish there was a little more to them texture-wise and density-wise. Some vegan puffs are so dense, but then these I feel like are just a little too light. But yeah, there's cayenne pepper in here, there's paprika, there's natural flavors. Who knows what those are, but yeah, I'm guessing the cayenne is what's giving it that real spice. Let's move on to the popcorn. I'm actually really excited about this. I'm hoping that the popcorn will be like super heavily seasoned, you know, where there's like seasoning and coloring all over it. It's almost like thick with seasoning. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Okay. These smell like bacon. Little bit disappointed with the lack of color. I feel there could be a little bit more. Let's try it. Okay, it's good. Here's the thing. There was this product that came to Trader Joe's at some point last year called synergistically seasoned popcorn. I did an series of Insta stories where I tried it and I really liked it. And it mainly just tasted like barbecue sauce. And I became obsessed with this popcorn. And it's only seasonal, you know, like Trader Joe's, they'll bring things back for like a few months. So this kind of reminds me of that, but like not quite as good. This, I'm getting a lot of sugary and sweet. And as someone who doesn't really like sweet snacks or need my snacks to be sweet at all, I could do with more savory and less sweet. Because this kind of tastes like, it's almost like a hickory kettle corn or something. Like after you eat a few, the sweetness really catches up with you. I didn't order the cinnamon sugar mini donut puffs for a reason. I will continue eating those, but I would not order them again. Let's move on to the last one, the porkless rinds. I have low expectations for these, so maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay. These look intriguing. These are really seasoned looking. Oh, these are made out of navy bean flour, cassava flour. It has pineapple juice solids in it. That's interesting. Why couldn't that just be the sugar? Why does there also have to be sugar? All right, let's see. We got a really good seasoned one. Let's see. Good. Oh, these are like weirdly, I'm getting like really like a bacon note. That's almost like shockingly realistic. I'm realizing from the now 2 different vegan pork rind things that I've tried that I just don't really like the texture of what pork rinds are supposed to be. This is giving such a realistic, like it almost tastes like a barn. It's almost like a hay taste. It's hard to describe and I'm like, what is that? I guess either the smoke flavor or natural flavor. I have to say, I think I like these better than the popcorn, which I was not expecting. Yeah, these are weird. The flavor keeps changing in my mouth and I'm left with like hay. I have never said that about a vegan snack before. Tastes like hay. Interesting. I mean, what I was hoping for these snacks was that there would just be a lot of flavor packed in there, and that's, you know, in his press release to Veg News, that's what he said. Boldly seasoned is what they said about it, and so that was sort of my expectations. I would say they're definitely boldly seasoned. If I had to give a favorite, or let me rank them. So number 1 will be these ones, the number 1 ones that I tried just because I really like the flavor. Ranch flavor is something that I could just never get enough of, and I feel like there's not a ton of it within vegan snacking. Number 2, I'm gonna go with these, even though I wasn't crazy about the texture and they weren't really what I was expecting in terms of the size of them. They were really interesting. I'm left wanting to like eat more of them. It's almost like an adventure. Like, what's gonna happen next? I sneezed, my nose ran. You know, what would happen if I continued eating these? We're sick. People who like spicy food are really sick. Number 3, shockingly, I'm gonna give these the 3rd place. Was not expecting to like them. Was pretty impressed by the amount of flavor and the amount of seasoning. 4, I'm gonna give it to these, which I'm shocked because I thought they'd be higher up. Just because they're not something new and I was expecting something new and different. It's just not the innovation that I was expecting. And then in last place, I'm gonna say the popcorn. Simply because, you know, it's just a little too sweet for me. And because it's reminding me of another product that I like better than this one. You're out? Okay. We've got a special guest judge. Big Dill Ranch tortilla chips.
I like the packaging.
We've got nacho tortilla chips. We've got...
These are all chips?
We've got hot puffs. These are super fucking spicy.
Okay.
We've got barbecue popcorn and we've got barbecue pork rinds.
Okay.
I feel like you're only gonna like these 2.
Yeah, I only want these 2. Should I eat them?
Yeah.
Just like a Cool Ranch Dorito.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, it's very...
You think it tastes good?
Yeah, it's a very familiar flavor. It's a little healthier.
Yeah, because it's got the chia seeds in it.
Yeah, it's not quite as junk food tasting. What's this? It's good. Also tastes like a Dorito.
Okay, well I think that's what it's supposed to be. This one reminded me of those bean fields nacho chips that we used to eat all the time.
Yeah,
And I thought it was a little too salty.
They're very, very salty. The quality of the chip is a lot higher than what you'd find in a Dorito.
Yeah. Do you want to try anything else?
I don't want the spicy one. I'll try this though.
You want to try the barbecue popcorn?
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna like this.
You're gonna have to feed it to me. Just one. I don't like that at all.
I knew you would. Do you want to try the pork rind?
No.
Okay.
And that's hot?
That's hot.
What's your favorite?
This one was my favorite.
That one's my favorite too. You wanna let you sniff one?
She's been sniffing them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you, guest judge Paul, for your expertise.
Okay, you're welcome. See you later.
This was an interesting experiment. It's not every day that an NBA star comes out with a line of vegan snacks. I think it's really cool that he did. I'm really glad I got to try them. I would definitely incorporate these into my sort of vegan snack roster, at least definitely a few of the bags. The experience of ordering from GoPuff was shockingly quick. Looking on their website, if you search for vegan, at least in my area, there are 113 results. So they do have quite a few vegan items. Seems more of like a snacking platform, I would say. Let me know which of these you would try, or if you have tried some of them, which ones you liked the best. If you tried the desserty ones, how were those? I'm guessing they were super, super sweet since some of the savory ones were on the sweeter side. Thanks for checking out this video. Give it a thumbs up if it made your mouth water or your nose run like it did for me. Subscribe for more forkable content, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.